Hey guys, so I'm going to try to do this on Instagram today. That way I can like stop it and then start it. I think that's the only way to make this not so long. So I am going to my hair back. I got this little thing from Marshall's and it just helps me keep my hair out of my face without it creasing. So I know I look silly. It's okay. Just bear with me. I've already moisturized my face. I use the Clinique Pep Start Hydro Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 20 and the Clinique All About Eyes Serum. I use these two products every morning. And yeah, so I always use an SPF as a moisturizer. The first product that I am going to use is the Tatcha the Silk Canvas. I really do like this product. It really does feel like silk on your skin. I use this product because it's expensive just in my problem areas, like my pores area, which is a little bit on the cheeks. And I press it in just like I'm doing here. And then I put it on my forehead just to smooth it out because mom got a big forehead. And my chin, and then my nose. I actually use two different primers. This is the first one that I use and I start with. So you just really want to fill in those pores and you just press it in. And then the second one that I use, and I actually think this one does a better job at actually filling in the pores. And that is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. I love this stuff. Now this to it, it is definitely not as silky as the Tatcha one, but like I said, I do think that it is better at hiding those pores. So I just do that all over my cheeks and my nose. So now that my face is primed, I let that sit. I really want that to settle and set on my face, because otherwise if you immediately start putting product over it, I do feel like it can move away the product. I really just want to give that time to like dry and set down. So what I do then is I move on to my eyebrows and or my eyes. Obviously my eyebrows are microbladed now. Life has been so microbladed them. I've been doing it for a few years now. I've gone to two different girls. Either one are phenomenal. If you want some info on that, you can just message me. All right. So since they're microbladed, I actually went a little bolder because that is just what I prefer. So there's really not much that I have to fill in. And when I don't wear makeup, obviously I don't do anything, or if I do a very minimal makeup look. Okay, so what I was saying is when I do a full face, I do feel like they need to be filled in. The only other thing is I do have to, I feel like this doesn't come in as far as this one, and this one's not as tall as this one. Correct. That, by just going out a little bit and then drawing just like a hair stroke, which is a little thicker than a hair stroke, right there. And then when I'm doing this side, I just straighten it up. I don't go just lengthen it. And then same thing with this eye, I just go over the line of it and then I fill it in. Okay, and that is basically all I do with my brows at this point. A good rule of thumb when you're doing your brows is you want it to go on the side of your nose up like this, and then your at an angle, and then follow your eyelid for the end of it here. So that is how I would do it before I had them microbladed. I would have to draw them out. My hair just won't grow. It has grown out a lot, but it's really patchy. So microblading was just the better choice for me and literally has saved so much time. I will find though, even if like they could be now. So here's another huge tip. So if you do your eyebrows in front of a vanity, I have one of these. I use the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I use the shade 3, sometimes the shade 2. It just depends. I keep one of these in my car, okay? And it just stays in my car because when you, like, the best place to tell when your eyebrows are not even is in your rear view mirror. I have, like, especially before they were microbladed, I would get in the car. Look good. I would look and I'm like, that's like Quasimodo. So I always have a pencil in there to correct them. Even now, sometimes like these are off a little bit, or I get a little, excited with one brow. And I just check them real fast. That's what I do every single time that I do a full face of makeup. And I just keep one of these in my car. Okay, so next is I'm going to prime my eyes. You can use any kind of primer that you want. I've used primer from the drugstore to expensive primer. Right now, it's basically gone, but I have really been enjoying Eye Basics. This is in the shade Wheat. It is definitely not my color, you will see, but that's okay. And it's also dried out some, but I like it. I think I'm actually going to purchase a full size, like in my and I use this too because my old microblading, you can probably see the color right there, so I use this to try to cover that because we reshaped them a little bit the last time. So I just put this eye and then I will blend it in. Okay, so next you would do your eyeshadow, like if you're going to do like a legit eye makeup look. Hold on. So I'm not going to do that today. But it's something that you just have to do. I just take it and I press it in like so. Like that. This is I think it's how you say it. It's my favorite one. I've used a lot of those as well, and I just really liked how long and wide that one is. So the next step is primer. I prime my eyes with the Lancome. It's the Booster XL. It's almost gone. But I love this and it just does wonders. So, I put it at the base and then I kind of like shimmy it up. And I make sure that it gets all over the eyelash. And, all right. And all the way to the tips of them. This is the best primer, I have ever used for eyelashes. So do that for both eyes. I let it dry for about 30 seconds and then I'll go in with one of my mascaras. So the next step is obviously to go on with your mascara. This is a Lancome Monoshore Big. I got this when it was one of the like Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. It was like $9. So why not try it? I like it. I'm not sure if it will be a repurchase. And you see like I've been jabbing away, and this stuff, it's better if you don't wait any longer than 30 seconds to dry, and then it's a little more difficult. But you use the same method. You want to start and build up at the base and then swipe up like so. Obviously, I mean, you guys can see I have them naturally longer on the longer end eyelashes, but I have been using a serum as well, and for years now, and I really like it. During the Nordstrom anniversary sale, so I get like 2 for the price of 1, and those 2 bottles last me all year. If you get it on your eyelid, don't worry about it. We'll get it later. So I go on with a coat of this, and then I go now this is a repurchase. I love this mascara. Mascara is extremely personal. Like I could be obsessed with this and you could hate it. The good thing is most places will let you return it if you hate it, except ones. This is the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. It's hard to see, but this is a bomb mascara. It is by far one of my favorite. So I want to here, and then I finish it off with one other mascara. I know that that's excessive, you guys, but that's just what I do. Okay, and the last mascara that I use is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang maybe mascara. I got this. It's like a deluxe sample, and I really like it. Like I like it enough to where I've already bought the whole like the normal size. But I haven't had to open it yet because this one is still good. Again, when you do this back to back, like you can probably see that like it's wanting to like grip and tug, and that's because it's better to just do it when are still wet. But because I'm like talking to y'all and trying to figure out this Instagram story thing, it's just taking a little longer, but that's okay. I think they look okay. But yeah, so I just keep building one on top of the other like so, and there is my mascara. Okay, so now that the mascara is done, I am going to just tightline real fast. My favorite tightline, and that's just because it is super black and it goes on so easily. Like there's no tugging at your eyelid. Is 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is in the shade Perversion. I will say, you go through this product fairly quickly because it is so like emollient. And so smooth, and it just comes right off quickly. And I do find that during the day for me that it will, like, it doesn't leave my tight line or my eye line, but somehow like the excess product does like gather, and then I have to like go like this, you know, to clean it out. But like, watch this. And when you do this, you always look in the opposite direction. So when I do the inner corner, I'm looking to my left, like away from the inner corner. But like, do you see how like smooth and easy that was? So I'm looking away from the direction that I'm applying, and it's just that easy. I typically on most days, regardless of my eye look, line my waterline. That's just what I prefer to do. I just gently hold down and it just goes on really smooth like that. Okay, and the last step that I'm going to do right now for the eye area is apply just some brow product underneath my eyebrow on my eyelid. I'm going to use the Lorac Pro. I'm not sure which one this is. It's the gray one. And I'm just going to take the shade Buff and just line right underneath my just like so. And I forgot to mention, I just used a Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush that looks like this to do that. I use this brush every single time that I do my, and earlier I said brow, I meant eyeshadow. Just some eyeshadow on my brows on my eyelid. But I use this every single time. So next we're going to start with the face. I have been really enjoying the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm in the shade. Sometimes I wear this if I just want very light coverage. It gives just your skin such a glow, and so much so to where like I do when I wear it have to like dial back some of the glow, but I just kind of like throw this everywhere on my face. There's no rhyme or reason. It's extremely light, but I have been enjoying it under my foundation, especially like more matte foundations. I would not pair this with like the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. That would be too much in my opinion and for me. But I apply it all over my face, and then you could use your fingers if you want, but I like to use the Real Techniques Face Expert brush. Any brush will do. You're just pushing this into the just all over the face, just blend it in. So I just blended that in all over my face. You see it's an extremely light coverage foundation. It just kind of like smooths out the redness, but my hyperpigmentation is still peeking through there. And on a light makeup day, a tiny bit of coverage, I will do this and then throw some powder on top of it, and that'll be it. But I do really like this. You can also see that it's not on my nose. I didn't apply it to my nose. That's just because I find that's my worst area for pores, and I find like the more product you put on that, the more it sinks into your pores and the more your pores are obvious. So I don't put that on my nose. Obviously I do when I'm but I have been talking about this foundation, about how I want to do a makeup routine for my new current favorite foundation. I've worn this every single day since I bought it. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. 5 Cool. It's starting to match me. When I first got it, it was a little light, but I did that on purpose because I knew that I was not going to be out in the sun as much, and I was going to be, needing my more fall winter shade. I got 5 Cool, and it works. When it was a little light, I just added a little more bronzer to my face. It's a nice pump. I love all of her products. There's not a product that I have used from her yet that I don't like. On the back of my hand, I need a pump and just a little bit more if I don't use the Flawless Filter, but for some reason, if I apply it with the Flawless Filter first, I only need 1 pump. I have also tried this with a brush. I have tried it by dapping it on my face and then blending it out. I find that the best way is to just use the Beauty Blender straight into the product on the back of my hand. For some reason, the product goes further this way for me. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to blend it all over my face. Oh, it is so good. And I'm also going to go down my neck. That way we have, we don't have like a mask on our face. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. I'm using a beauty sponge that I got from Amazon. It was like a pack of 5 for like $8. You can't beat it. And in my opinion, it's just as good as the Beauty Blender. So it cut me off, but I just went ahead and like continued to apply. This was a new sponge, so I guess it soaked up the product a lot. So I did have to apply a little bit more on the back of my hand this time. So I do my whole face. My problem area is here, so I always add an extra little bit of coverage on my forehead, and then I will go in and I will do my nose. Okay, so the foundation is now applied. It looks like this is a matte foundation. I think it's more like a natural matte, satin matte, especially underneath the Hollywood Flawless filter. I really like the way that the finish of it though. So I have been using the Cover FX Power Play Concealer in P Light 2. It's a really good concealer. I will say that it is not as full of coverage compared to like the Tarte Shape Tape. That concealer really conceals. I don't have a problem with like dark circles really under my eyes, so it's not that I really need to use it to brighten and lighten the area, like highlight the area. So I really do enjoy this. It's lightweight, it's not drying. I'm getting older, so I need something not dry and crepey underneath my eyes. So I just put that everywhere I want to highlight, which is down like the center of my face, my chin, my cupid's bow, and then the center of my forehead like so. And then I quickly just blend it out. I don't use as much concealer as I used to. I used to do that whole, the huge triangle all the way over here. Like, people that do that with the Shape Tape, I'm not sure how. Like, even when I use that, it's like 2, maybe 3 dots. Stuff like, it's intense. But anyway, so that's all you have to do with that, and then we will set it. Okay, and then to set the area where I just highlighted under my eyes and all that, I am really obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish. It is in the shade 1. I've already hit pan. So here's the thing. This is so finely milled. Like, this product is amazing, especially if you use it correctly. I feel like if you put too much on, it can start to look a little cakey. That's just me. I have actually take it and I either press it in like that or I will sweep it like this. And I really do enjoy this product. Like, I'm going to continue. That was my son. I'm going to continue reusing it. Crisis averted. So you just dab it in very softly, and then just set the rest of your face with it. Or not your face, but where you want to, where you highlighted. Lord help me speak. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys, this is just the e.l.f. blush brush. I use this to put that Charlotte Tilbury powder on my face. It's like $3, so I really enjoy it. It's like flat and paper. It's a good brush. To set my entire face, I'm going to use the Sigma Large Powder F30 brush. It looks like glass. And I have been loving the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder. This is like, I'm in the shade medium 25. It is probably not going to work for me much longer, but for now I do feel like I said, the foundation is a little light for me, so this just helps to a little bit more of a tan. I just take the product on my brush, twirl it around in the cap, and then apply it all over my face like so. Alright, so now we're going to bronze. My current favorite, and this is one of those things to where, like, I have so many options, oh, I'm obsessed with this, and I'll use this for a while, and then I just switch them out. But, like, right now, I have been using daily the Too Faced. This is like a fall-winter bronzer for me. There's no shimmer in it at all. It's just a matte bronzer. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. So I will take this with the Real Techniques powder brush. It's huge. This may not work for everyone, but I have a really big forehead. And I will stamp it and kind of like push back on the outer rim of my face. So this is just to add some depth and some warmth back in your face. Sometimes I do it on my cheeks with this brush. I have another brush that I use too. Okay, we'll just do this one. So again, I'm like sweeping it down and around my jawline, chiseling out that cheek area, and then trying to get rid of that, and then down the neck. Blending brush. I had to have damaged this because these are the same brush. So I guess cleaning it, I must have like pulled it out or something, but it works for me because now it's a really good brush to like I'm also just going to throw this on my lid. So I'm just using my bronzer, and there is no rhyme or reason. You cannot mess this up. I'm just going to throw this not on my lid. Well, yes, on my lid too. But primarily of my eye. I'm going to do it for both eyes. Again, I'm like windshield wipers and circular motions just all over. Like that. You can't mess it up. I take the same product again with a Morphe M578 brush. It's just super soft, a little bit tapered, and pretty big. Now, again, if you don't have a huge face like me, you may not be able to use this brush. It just applies a lot of product, and so it saves me a lot of time because I don't mind it being thick underneath here because my head's so big. But I just really like this brush. Soft, and it doesn't hurt your eyes, which are obviously super sensitive. Alright, I went ahead and applied a little bit more of my Urban Decay on the waterline because it did come off a little bit. And now I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. It looks like this. The brush is like that. This is my favorite bottom lash line mascara. I have repurchased this for years. So just apply it to your bottom lash line. Okay, so I don't know what happened. It wasn't filming. But what I did was take the Dallas, this is a blush. It has like a rosy undertone. So I use this not as a blush, but more of as a contour. So I use this is just an angle brush. And I just applied it like underneath my cheekbones to chisel out my cheek. And then take it underneath my jawline like so. For a blush, I'm going to be using the Hour blush. It's ambient lighting blush in the shade Mood Exposure. Same E4 brush that I used for the Dallas, and I just put this on my cheek area, just all over, like so. To highlight the face, I use two products. I use the Hourglass Luminous Light. Sometimes this is the only product I use. This is the product that if I only use one, this is going to be the product. Anytime that I've done like a bright highlight that I use, because it's really like a lit from within look. Again, this is Luminous Light. I take a Morphe, and I'm not real sure, but you see how it's like tapered. I use this brush to highlight. This is the kind of powder that like you could literally, it's such a soft highlight, you could set your face with it. Like I've put it on my forehead before. You can't mess up this highlight for real. Throw it all over, and you see it just gives such a soft, natural glow to the skin. I'm obsessed with this highlight. Like seriously, I use this every day. And then I do focus more like on my cheek area and brush it back, wrap it around. Do your thing, girl. I put it between my eyes, on my nose, right there, and on my cupid's bow. Maybe a little on my chin. And then I also will take the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. This is the old packaging. I just take very light-handed, and this just goes on a day like this, and do my eyelid with it. Like I start on the inner corner and just sweep it up. I'm not changing my makeup brush or anything. Again, inner corner, sweep it onto the eyelid a little bit, and then just focus it right in that inner corner highlight of the eye. like that. Okay, last step for the face, and it's not even necessary, but I use the It Celebration Foundation Illumination. This is in the shade Medium Tan, and I use a Sigma F82. It's a kabuki brush, and I just clean up that cheek contour, just like so. I've just realized that I said just like so like 100 times because now I'm annoying myself. We are so close to being done. One of the final steps is using the Benefit Gimme Brow. So we did our eyebrows first. So this is not necessarily something that you have to do if you don't do your eyebrows first. But this just adds color back. You know, powder and all kinds of other stuff has landed on your eyebrows. So I find that this just puts the color back in your eyebrows. I will also use this like when I only use the Hollywood Flawless filter. A little bit of color into them. This is what I will use, and I won't line them out with a pencil. The last step, obviously, are the lips for today. I am completely obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. So I just line my lips, and I fill them in with this shade. So after you fill them all in, I'm not going to lie, before this lipstick, sometimes I would just use this lip liner and I would leave, or I would put like the Charlotte Tilbury, the Kim KW, just like in the pout of the lip. But I talk about this lipstick so much lately. It's the Pillow Talk lipstick by Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, I am obsessed with it. It is so soft and smooth. It's so comfortable for like a matte lipstick, and it just stays on all day. It's seriously the perfect color. Like, it's the perfect fall, winter, natural nude lip, in my opinion. And now we just set it. I use the Urban Decay All-Nighter. And just spray it all over my face. And that's it, you guys. Hopefully this one, and maybe next time, like, I'll just do, like, an in-depth, I don't know what I'm doing to my hair. Like an in-depth, like eye look, like maybe an eye look for fall or a date night eye look or whatever, because this is, it doesn't even qualify as an eye look. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a happy Saturday, and cross your fingers this works out.